Hi everyone. I had a couple of feedback. I had some feedback from some of my Excel mentors, and I wanted to share something with you that might help you. I appreciate the Excel mentors that helped me through this. When you go into your course, let's say for example, I mean I've got, unfortunately this is an admin view so you can see both classes, but when you go in, I want to stress something that might make your life a little bit easier. So we're waiting here. When you work with My IT Lab, stick to course materials here. Don't go into assignment calendar and stuff like that. It's okay to go into it, but be sure that you have gone into course materials first. It will help you keep track of what exactly is due and has to be done this week. Not this week, but when it's required. Look at here when you go in. For example, when you go into chapter 1. You go into chapter 1, and I just want to stress something here. When you go into the activities, you will notice you have three different types of activities. You have simulation activities, grader activities, and end of chapter activities. I want to stress something here. When you go into simulation activities, what you're going to see is you're going to see a whole bunch. You're going to see kind of an ocean of different stuff. Please pay attention to the fact that there's only two that are explicitly assigned. In other words, you're going to have a simulation 1A and a simulation 1B. These others, especially the simulation training, is to help you pass these two. Okay? So you've got a choice here. If you dive in and try your best without looking at any of the other resources, then potentially you could get yourself into a little bit of trouble on the actual test when you take it. You have a couple of different attempts here to take it. You have like 3 attempts, but just what I'm stressing is that the stuff that's assigned with that's actually explicitly assigned is what you're going to be required to do. Let me back up here. So that takes care of simulation activities. Grader activities, again, you're going to see an ocean of different stuff here for grader activities. I'm leaving this up. None of these are assigned, but I'm leaving these up because some of the students, especially if they're going to sit for some of the exams, the other Excel exams or the other Microsoft exams, might find some of these useful to download and put on their hard drive. But these, again, if it doesn't say assigned, then it's not explicitly assigned. And the last one here, end of chapter activities. End of chapter activities, what you're explicitly required to do is what's under assigned. In other words, the end of chapter quiz is what you're required to do, not the other stuff, the prepared exam or anything else that is visible. So what you're trying to focus in on what's actually assigned for that chapter. Back up here. One more. There. And then on student resources, you see student resources. Again, none of those are assigned. But again, they're there to help you do as well as you possibly can on the exams as you sit for them. Remember, each chapter has 2 things required. You're going to have I'm going to go back to activities here. Under simulation, you notice that you have 2 simulations assigned, a 1A and a 1B. And then under end of chapter activities, you have required and assigned end of chapter quiz. Just wanted to throw this up here right quick because I had worked with a couple of my mentors and they had pointed out some things on their end from the user side, and I want to make sure it was clear that what you want to focus on is what's actually assigned, and work off of course materials. Working off of course materials is going to be simpler than looking at the assignments calendar and dealing through all that. If you have any questions, as